Did you know that Filipinos and Indonesians are more than just neighbors? They're practically long-lost siblings, and the story of how they separated and spread across the seas is written in their languages, their tools, and even their DNA. For decades, we've known that the Great Austronesian expansion began in Taiwan about 4,000 to 5,000 years ago, moving south into the Philippines. But the story doesn't stop there. What if I told you the Philippines wasn't just a layover, but a crucial launchpad for one of the greatest human migrations in history? Compelling evidence suggests that Mindanao was the staging ground for the settlement of what is now Indonesia. Let's follow the clues. Archaeologists digging in eastern Indonesia, in places like Sulawesi and the Moluccas, have unearthed artifacts that look strikingly familiar. Red-slipped pottery and polished stone tools found there are nearly identical to those discovered in the Batanes Islands and Cagayan Valley of the Philippines. The renowned archaeologist Peter Bellwood noted that these items appear in the southern Philippines slightly before they show up in the islands further south. This tells us the direction of the flow, a southward push from Mindanao that likely started around 3,500 years ago. Now, let's listen to the language. The expert linguist Robert Blust found that many languages in Sulawesi, Borneo, and the Moluccas are deeply rooted in the languages of Mindanao and the Visayas. He described the Philippine languages as a linkage, a complex web of dialects that branched out early and spread far. His wasn't a single clean break, but a messy, beautiful explosion of cultures moving south. And what about our genes? The story gets even clearer. Ancient DNA studies show that people in eastern Indonesia share a closer genetic signature with Filipino groups, like the Manobo and the Bajau, than they do with the original Taiwanese Austronesians. Geneticist Mark Lipson's research revealed that while Western Indonesians mixed more with earlier local groups, populations in the eastern half show a strong, continuous link to the Austronesian voyagers who came through the southern Philippines. This epic journey wasn't a one-time event. It was a series of voyages, a constant back and forth across the sea, powered by maritime cultures like the Bajau, who mastered long-distance sailing. They were the carriers of culture and the pioneers of the sea. As people moved, their languages changed. Think of it like a ripple in a pond. The farther the ripple travels from the center, the weaker it gets. That's why the Maori language in New Zealand, at the farthest edge of the Austronesian world, has fewer words in common with Philippine languages. It had more time to evolve on its own. But languages closer to the source, like Bahasa Indonesia, are a different story. Despite influences from Sanskrit, Arabic, and Dutch, Bahasa still shares a massive amount of vocabulary with Tagalog and other Philippine languages. Let's look at some amazing examples. In Bahasa, anak means child, just like in Tagalog. Dua is two, the same as in Bisayan. Need to weigh something? That's timbang in both languages. Feeling sleepy? You've got kantuk in Bahasa and antok in Tagalog. From hujan and ulan for rain to katawa and tawa for laugh, the connections are undeniable. Even actions are similar. Sepak is to kick, just like sipa. Santak is to punch, just like suntak. The list goes on and on. Lima for 5, langit for sky, lautan for sea. These hundreds of shared words aren't just a coincidence of a shared ancient origin. They are living proof of a time when our ancestors were not separated by borders, but connected by the sea. They were family. From Mindanao to the Moluccas, they sailed, they settled, and they built a shared heritage that we can still see and hear today. So, the next time you meet someone from Indonesia or the Philippines, remember this incredible shared history. We are all part of the same great Austronesian family. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this journey into our shared past as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration. See you in the next video.